looking into Concussion, I didn't know if this was going to be a fantastic movie running for the Oscars or not. It interests me when I saw the trailers, but I wonder how it was going to do, especially with Will Smith and everything that's surrounding him and basically not being in everybody's good side. And I mean, because he's pushing his kids on us, honestly. So, welcome, guys, to Think About It Reviews, and we are talking Concussion. Now, Concussion is directed by Peter Landsmith, is starring Will Smith as Dr. Bennett Omalu, Guga Mbatha Prima, and David Morse as Mike Webster. And this should really interest me. I mean, when I was watching this movie, it did interest me to know that, it's funny how they portray the NFL as the evil empire, so to speak. And if you think about it, the NFL it's only common sense that throughout the years, when people were hitting each other in the head, when you have a head-on collision with another person, you would think common sense would tell you, like, that's not good for you. But it takes Mr. Dr. Bennett Omalu, Will Smith, to let everybody know that look what's happening to the brain. As Mike Webster falls, you see these athletes who are Steeler greats, legends, Hall of Famers, be succumbed to this condition. I believe it was called something ET. Not ET, the extraterrestrial, but they succumb to this condition where it's their brain cannot, over the years, they've developed either Alzheimer's or they hear voices in their head that makes them commit unspeakable acts. And this is because of all those years of just hitting their head against another person, being concussed, just the years of playing football. And I've looked into the NFL. Well, I haven't looked, but I've been hearing the talks and everything. And the NFL doesn't necessarily treat their retired players great at all. I mean, yes, they get a job at maybe anchoring or something like that. You see them in Sports Center, but that's not good enough. I mean, these people are laying down 15 years down of their life to play football, and they succumb to a lot of head trauma, a lot of these things. Yes, the NFL did change the rules in some aspects, especially keeping the quarterback healthy and not injured, but that's not the same. So this film, its concept and its subject matter is most definitely interesting, but is it a great film? It's a good film. It's not a fantastic film. I think Will Smith is great as Omalu, and I believe he's nominated. He's going to be nominated for an Oscar upcoming. But it's very hard. He has his accent because Omalu is from Kenya. So Will Smith, when he does his accent, even though he tries to just be into this character and have you really invest and really have you be into the character, I still see Will Smith as that character. But that doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't do a great job. He does a great job, and there's a lot of back and forth pushing. It's him trying to get this condition out there, while the NFL is this ginormous money-making machine that they have people to make him stop. So it's a struggle between him keep going and trying to tell the truth or stopping and being just crushed by the NFL. And you see these moments in this film. You see him just really reeling, especially towards the later half of this film, like the third act. But of course, he has Prima by his side, another woman by Kenya who he takes in for a little bit until she can find her own place. And I think their relationship is good. It's not necessarily the driving force to this film. I think it's just really there. Honestly, it didn't really speak to me. But this is by all means based off a true story, and I know Will Smith did not want to, he was scared of doing this because he loves the NFL. That was very interesting. The bad casting choice to get Luke Wilson. I don't have anything against the guy, but the dude's not Roger Goodell. If you look at Roger Goodell, you look Luke Wilson, it's like, why did you cast this guy as Roger Goodell? And Roger Goodell, this guy is just, he's something. He's definitely for the owners. There's a lot of story with him in general. The NFL has been a laughingstock when it comes to people in charge, but it's still going to make money. It was very interesting to see them really push Dr. Bennett and everybody else along who comes along with him, especially with Alec Baldwin, who plays Julian Bates. I believe Bales or Bates in here. His name's Dr. Julian. And I thought he was a great counterpart to Will Smith. It was very interesting chemistry between these two actors working together. So I thought Alec Baldwin actually did a fantastic job in here, and I think Will Smith did as well. So the acting is not the problem in this film. I did feel a little bit kind of bored with this film. Not bored, but overall it kind of lagged a little bit. I wasn't too heavily invested as it kept going because the subject matter, I think, can only go so far, and them trying to make conflict and just put conflict in there for maybe just the hell of it, it did not fit right. But overall, it was a pretty good film. I did enjoy it. And I do recommend, if you do like the subject matter, and if you're interested in something like this, and the performance alone is something to watch. But is it the greatest? Is it the best film of 2015? Or yeah, it came out in 2015. No, it's not. It by all means is not. But it's a really well done, crafted film, and I thought the direction was playing it safe and was great. Cinematography was good. I think it just was a clean, safe film that it's interesting where Will Smith's character, Dr. Bennett, pushes the boundaries, but this film doesn't really push it or tries to really make it something a little bit non-generic. But overall, I do recommend it. So thank you guys for listening. I'm Dan American Dan's son. Please hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it, and comment below. Love to hear you guys' thoughts if you've seen this film. And you know what? Like I always say, grab a seat. Make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. I'll see you guys at the cinema. Bye, guys.